Well, happy Monday to all of you out there. And I don't know what it's like in your part of the country, but it has been raining all weekend. So in between us building an ark and calling two of each kind of animal, we decided to talk about bourbon. Hello, everyone. My name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey.
Welcome to New Whiskey Monday, and we do have a new whiskey here. Pretty excited that when I was looking for something else at High Spirits, I saw this on the shelf. And I was like, is this 2026? And she said, yes, it is. And the really exciting part is it was MSRP. So I was very excited. So we loved this last year. So let me tell you a little bit about this year's Woodford Double Oaked. This is again Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey by Brown-Forman, distilled at Woodford Reserve. Mash bill 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. It is non-age stated. However, the press release noted that it was aged for 5 to 7 years in the first set of barrels, then up to 2 years in a second barrel. Proof is the customary Woodford 90.4. Its MSRP is $199.99 for the 700 milliliter bottle. It was released in January of 2026, and it was purchased by us on February 11th for that MSRP at High Spirits in Evansville, Indiana. Last year we opened the bottle and it kept evolving.
It did. It changed constantly.
The whole year. It was in our Whiskey of the Month, Whiskey of the Quarter, Whiskey of the Year competition, and I think we never actually identified it.
No.
Even though it had a lot of really interesting notes and we loved it every time, we never quite said, I think that's Woodford Double Oaked. I read that this one is a little different from last year. The barrels that were selected by the master distiller this year are a little deeper and darker. I still anticipate we'll probably get some coffee and chocolate notes, but it's going to be really dark. Last year was almost confectionery at times.
I was hoping this year's Double Oak would be putting an oak barrel inside of another oak barrel and go ahead and dumping liquid in there. That way you'd have a double oak.
Double barrel.
Yeah, double barrel. Like a double barrel shotgun.
I'm ready to get into it.
I am too. I've been waiting for this.
Check out the nose on this.
Oh. I'm immediately getting butterscotch. And I'm going back to last year's with that. Because that was the same note that we picked up. I don't remember if it was the first time or second time. Once again, this thing kept changing through the year.
It was recommended that this might be a little tight and that it should be opened up. So I did open this bottle about an hour ago, poured our glasses, and actually left the bottle open for over an hour just to give it some air, give it a chance to say, oh yeah, this is the light of day and let's see what we are. Now, me on the nose, I agree with the butterscotch. It's a really dark butterscotch. It's almost a burnt butterscotch. And then I'm getting coffee already. And maybe a really dark cocoa already on the nose.
She always has a better glass than I do, ladies and gentlemen.
Here, want to switch?
No, because it's your schnozola. I know that. You have a better nose than I do.
I love the nose. The nose is delightful. And it's got some very nice legs forming as well. You still getting butterscotch? Anything else?
Yeah, it's just a butterscotch for me right now.
Nothing to complain with that, right, though?
No, I like butterscotch. So if that's all I get, I'm very happy. So let's see what the palate says to us. So cheers to the Woodford Double Oak 2026.
Cheers. Wow. It does have some dark notes on it.
Yes. To me, it starts off light, though. I was expecting the kind of like the butterscotch would come through, and it didn't come through initially. But you get into the middle of it, it starts to get dark. It starts to get toward the barrel notes. And I'm going to have to try this again because the one thing I really got was barrel. But I like what I'm getting. I like the flavor.
My first sip, I was getting like dark baking cocoa. That was my first sip, so I'm going to try again.
I would agree with the dark baking cocoa. It is a dark chocolate. Mm-hmm. It is not this really a sweet candy type. This is a baking chocolate. And I love baking chocolate. That's stuff I have to keep away from because if that's laying out, I'll eat it. I'll go through a box of that stuff.
I'm also getting some espresso notes on it, where the cocoa tends to just shift slightly on the back of my palate into more of an espresso note. And I'm getting something else I'm going to have to taste again for, because I think I'm losing my mind here, but it's almost some kind of dark fruit.
I am getting the coffee component toward the back. Mm-hmm. That's where it's coming up. Now, I don't have a long finish, like a warm finish, but I have a flavorful finish.
It's complex.
Yeah, there's, a lot of times you'll get the Kentucky hug, but it's just heat. This thing is slowly going down, and it's flavor. It's barrel, coffee, and chocolate kind of mixed together. This is really, really pleasant.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And I agree, it's just a nice warm finish. It does last. We always kind of tease Woodford about their 90.4 proof on everything, just about, except for a couple things here and there. But Wayne calls it the...
It's an FM station. And,
FM station.
One of these jazz stations that like 5 people listen to, and four of the owners type thing. And no offense to jazz people. It's just what it is growing up for me, that with those low stations.
But I think it's the proper proof, because with all these barrel notes, I think if it was any proof here, it'd be really tannic.
Yeah, I think it would become bitter. I think a higher proof might bring more of the barrel, and the barrel would probably overtake the chocolate in that.
It would bring more tannins forward, and it would just be really challenging. I am getting like a dark currant or a dark blackberry. There's some kind of really dark red fruit thing going on, but it's like it's been jammied up. It's not like you're eating a fresh fruit. This is dark and this is deep and it's all the way. So even on that, it's like we stewed some fruit, some dark berries, and put it in some espresso and then sprinkled some baking cocoa on top of it.
Well, I'm proud of you being able to find like a fruit with it, because I've tried to channel my inner Michael Veach and I can't find any fruit.
I don't get it on the nose, really.
No, I don't think there's any fruit on the nose. If you're getting on the palate, that would be where it's at. It's not on the nose.
It does have a great nose, though. The nose makes you want to drink it.
It does, and now that I've been on it, there is like the chocolate component on the nose.
In with that butterscotch.
And I think right now for me, the chocolate's actually overtaking the butterscotch. And once again, this gets back to the bottle from last year, where the thing evolved with every single turn with it. It's one of the stranger bottles that I've had on my bourbon journey.
But I found it enjoyable every single time we drank it. So it didn't change in a way that you went, gosh, I wish I'd never bought this bottle. It kept changing, like, what's it going to be tomorrow? And it was an adventure every time.
But I do agree, this is darker than last year's, while it's similar. It's darker
it's in the
than
same
last
lane.
year's. It's in the same lane. It's darker. At some point we'll have to break out the other one and compare it, but from my mental notes from last year, I actually like where this is going. So I like that dark component.
I like the mixture of the baking cocoa, the espresso, and this little dark jamminess to it, and just the way it kind of lingers. I think it's a home run. I like it a lot.
It's a good one.
I'll be curious to see, unless something crazy happens this month, I definitely think this would qualify to be in our Whiskey of the Month.
Almost definitely.
And we'll see how it performs this year. And this year it's a little different because we're measuring each bottle against itself. I think it'll probably score pretty well.
I do too. So I'm going to raise our glass to Woodford. Your double oak is a double hit. Really enjoy it. We enjoyed last year's. We enjoy this year's. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly. I know a lot of people aren't into oak and double oak, stuff like that. This is worth picking up and trying. Try some double oak. Cheers.
Cheers.